and avoid it just the same. This was not a near-death experience. This was an out-of-body experience that would be classified as a vision in the Bible. In 2 Corinthians 12:1 and 2, Paul, when he was caught up into heaven in a vision, he said whether in the body or out of the body, he didn't know. Well, the Lord showed me that I left my body. And in a vision, you can actually travel, like Paul and John actually traveled to heaven in the vision. And in Ezekiel chapter 8, he was picked up by his hair, carried from Babylon to Jerusalem. So you can actually travel in a vision. And you can travel in your spirit body. 1 Corinthians 15:44 talks about a natural body and a spirit body. So the things experienced in your spirit body are just as real as they would be in your physical body. Job 7:14 says, you scare me with dreams and terrify me through visions. So you can have a terrifying vision. Isaiah 21:2, he was given a grievous vision. And in Job 4:14, Eliphaz was given a vision that caused his bones to shake. So you can have a grievous, terrifying, bone-shaking vision. And this is not to compare my experience with any of these great men in the Bible. I'm just trying to give you a scriptural basis of how this can occur for a Christian. I've been a Christian for 44 years. This happened about 28 or 29 years ago. I was a Christian for 28 years at that time. Anyway, we went to a prayer meeting Sunday night that we attended every Sunday night. Nothing unusual about the night. I've never studied the topic of hell. I've never gone to dark movies. I've never drank, I've never taken drugs, and I've never had a vision before. And we came home, I went to bed, my wife and I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to get a glass of water. And suddenly I was pulled out of my body, like being drawn up out of your body, and I found myself falling through the air down this long tunnel, and I entered into this open cavern area, and then I landed on an actual stone floor in a prison cell in hell. Rough-hewn stone walls, bars, filthy, stinking, dirty, smoke-filled, but like a dungeon. I had no idea how I got there or why I was there. I was fully awake and cognizant, just like I am now, standing here. But Isaiah 24:22 says, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit and shall be shut up in the prison. Proverbs 7:27 mentions going down to hell to the chambers of death. The word chambers means inner rooms. Job 17:16 says, they shall go down to the bars of the pit. Many other verses about bars and prison cells. This is where I first found myself face down on the floor in this cell. And the first thing I noticed was the intense heat. I thought, how could I be alive in this place? It was so far beyond the ability to sustain life. But yet here I was alive. I wanted to get up and move and run out of this prison cell, but I could hardly move my body. I thought, what's wrong with me? I had no physical strength in my body to move. But see, Isaiah 14:9 and 10 says, hell from beneath is moved to meet thee at thy coming. They will say, art thou become weak as we? Psalms 88:4, I am counted with them that go down into the pit. I am as a man that has no strength. Now, if you ever had the flu and you felt weak, well, it's 1,000 times worse. Any movement takes tremendous effort. But see, Acts 17:28 says, in him we live and move and have our being. So even movement comes from God. It's not automatic. God gives us the strength to move. I looked up and I saw these 2 beasts in the cell, creatures. They were demons, pacing like a vicious, caged animal. They had bumps and scales all over the body, huge jaws, sunken in eyes, claws about 1 foot long, and these particular 2 were about 12 or 13 feet tall. That's not an exaggeration. There's even scripture for that, but I'll keep moving. And they were blaspheming and cursing God. They had an extreme hatred for God. But we see blasphemy comes from the demonic realm. Revelation 13:6, James 2:7, and some others. And then they directed the hatred they had for God, they directed it towards me. I wondered, why? What have I done to them? But the one demon picked me up, threw me into the wall. Tremendous strength demons have. I hit the wall, bones broke. I collapsed on the floor, wondering, how could I be alive?